What's up, coaches? Hope you guys are doing well. Here is Tuesday. So warm up. We're following the same protocol here. You guys will explain the RDL, what's its intent, how is it applied during the strength within 3 tracks, then hop into that first movement of the warm up, which will be the RDL. Athletes should be doing that with a PVC or an empty barbell. You likely won't have to spend as much time with the RDL today as you did that first day, but it's still a relatively new pattern for people. So just plan on that in terms of your preparation, in terms of your time as well. So once we have done the RDLs, now we're gonna show the slow focused inchworms for 5 reps. So essentially, slow focus simply means that we're gonna walk out into that push-up position, and then we're not gonna rush. I'm gonna push back. My goal is to keep my legs nice and straight, and I'm gonna really focus on good position in the shoulders, trying to keep my legs straight, driving my heels down and back. We're gonna emphasize that, going slow, walking back. And then jump rope singles for 30 repetitions. We have some jump rope skill later on that we're gonna be working with, so we're gonna go ahead and break that jump rope out. All right, so now plug in the other movements of the strength. So you've already talked about the RDL, mentioned how you want to see people build up, going from 10 and then working down to a set of 2. We are lowering the percentages here just a little bit, all right? Meaning that I'm putting the same window, but we either want to stay the same or even go a little bit lighter. The RDL is a structure-based movement. We're trying to build the structural muscle of glutes, hamstrings, low back. We're already lifting for load with a deadlift on another day. We don't want that to happen today. All right, we went a little bit too heavy for some. We want to really focus on that hinge pattern, loading those muscles up in a really, really focused fashion. So therefore, the language of this should be either the same as last week or maybe even lighter than last week. All right. So different tracks here. We have our 3 different movements every 2 minutes for 7 cycles. All right, giant set. The first movement is 20 seconds of double unders or triple unders. So with our deadlift days, our hinge-based days, we have a skill. This is not meant to be easy. The portion should feel tough and uncomfortable, like true skill development. All right, so we want 20 seconds of something that you cannot already do. All right, or something that you're not actually good at this point. So if you have a double unders already, we want you doing triple unders. We want you to try them. If you have double unders but you haven't quite mastered them yet, you can definitely do double unders there. If you're not doing double unders and you're not quite ready, you can't get any, then we want to do the penguin taps. The penguin taps being jumping up and tapping twice at the top. And then if we're still kind of getting the groove of jumping rope, or jump rope is something that when jumping higher that bothers the body, the impact is tough, then what we want to do instead is just plug in single jump rope there, as you'll see in the fitness-based option. All right, so next you have the RDLs. Just like I said, lighter or possibly the same load as last week. It's about connecting to the proper muscles, not the weight. And then we have 6 renegade rows. It's going to be 3 each arm. All right. We want small repeated sets of explosive. Perfect practice, right, on our power days. So that's going to be for the RDL. That's going to be set up. For the renegade rows, I'm going to have the dumbbell here in my left hand. I'm going to pull 1. Pull, 2, pull, 3, and now switch. Pull, 1, pull, 2. My goal is to hold that center line, pull explosively, and then to control that weight back down to the floor. All right. All right, so let's take a look at your workout. We have 4 rounds. Each round is going to be for max repetitions. We're going to be working on a 1 minute and 30-second clock. We have a buy-in each round, doing 18 kettlebell swings, 9 burpees, and then in time remaining, max bike calories. This one's pretty simple in terms of its execution. Kettlebell swings should be unbroken every round. We're not looking to really load up something super heavy. 40 unbroken when fresh. Note that I put here, patience leads to perfection. So with the kettlebell swing, if you get into a rush and you pull and you really rush that range of motion, you ruin the stimulus. So we're gonna hike, pop, enjoy the top, just like always, and we're gonna flow through that instead of 18. It's not rushing and pulling, it's boom and boom. Fast here, relax everywhere else. That's the type of swing that we want. Burpees, we're simply getting after it, all right? Ideally, this is done in 30 seconds or less. We're scaling down to less burpees or sprawls, or even less sprawls if needed, all right? The style of burpee that we want is simply a light jump and full extension of hip, knee, and ankle, all right? On the bike, go fast, right? Don't redline. We know we need to repeat this, all right? We want to kind of ride that line, kind of like we did on Monday as well, right? It's a pretty common theme with these horsepower style workouts. We want to live right on that line. So we're working on a 3-minute clock here where they'll have a minute 30 seconds on, a minute 30 seconds off. They'll go through that 4 cycles through. Easy logistics here. If you have a larger class, you can have second partner easily start at 130. 2 athletes per bike is no problem. All right. We have multiple athletes can definitely share a station within the strength. Just make sure you establish that right from the beginning and that people understand the flow and having that second athlete start at the 1 minute mark. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Loving the flow of the strength. It's starting to look really, really good. People are getting the groove of those short, explosive sets and the repeatable, perfect practice. It's starting to really set in. I can really start to see some improvement from lots of folks. See y'all.